Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about digital citizenship because our class is going to be online. Part of our class will be online. So when you're using technology, we need to have ground rules and restrictions, and we need to understand our responsibilities as digital citizens, okay? Throughout this PowerPoint, I'm going to describe some of these guidelines to you. And at the end, you're going to have an assignment. Okay? And I will talk about that at the end. So what is digital citizenship? It's a term that's, it's a word that's used to describe a spectrum of inquiry and activity related to ethics, concerns, and opportunities that are associated with living a digital lifestyle. Okay, so there are various elements to this. There's respect, educate, and protect. Under these three elements, there are several guidelines. And I'm going to go through these guidelines on the next couple of slides. Okay. If you have any questions about digital citizenship after we talk about it, please feel free to email me. I have a great document that you are more than welcome to read if you would like. Just let me know, okay? So, respect. Just like when we're in the classroom and I expect you to show respect to your classmates, it's the same idea when we are learning online, okay? So if you offer feedback to someone, I want you to do it respectfully and positively. It's not always going to be positive feedback, but if it's negative, you can say, hey, I really like the way you did this, but maybe you should try it this way, or don't just say negative things. Try and combine positive and negative in any type of feedback you offer. So the first guideline in respect is etiquette. Since technology offers anonymity, a lot of times people think that they can say whatever they want or do whatever they want and there will be no consequences. That's not true. Okay? If you say something mean to someone, that's still hurtful. Even if you say it online, it's still going to hurt that person. They may not know it's you, or they may say it's you and they may still not say anything, or it might start a fight. But there are consequences. It's the same idea as saying it in doing that same action in real life. There are still consequences. So what guidelines can we set up to prevent the misuse of the internet or of technology in our classroom? Okay. And then there is the guideline of access. Some people may not have access to technology. They may not have access to the different technologies that we use in class. So how can we address this issue? How can we give these people the opportunity to use technology? And then digital law. So what are some ways you can help your peers be aware of digital law? So like copyright. So same idea as plagiarism. So you take someone, let's say you want to use a picture for an assignment that we do, and you get it off a website. Well, you can't just claim that picture as your own. You have to state that you got this picture from this website or from this photographer or whatever, or painter, however, whatever picture it is. You have to give credit where credit is due. So how can you help your classmates understand something like that? In previous classes, you have been taught how to cite your sources. So what are ways that you can help your peers be aware of this and know how to cite their sources or give credit where credit is due. Now, remember that assignment I was talking about? At the end, I will discuss it more, but team 1, you're going to address this slide. Okay, you're going to answer the questions on this slide. Okay? All right. Educate. So, digital literacy. It's the ability to evaluate and use digital tools and online resources. So, those are like the skills that you have that help you to use these sources or these tools. So, what are some ways that you can help your classmates or your peers improve these skills? Try and come up with some ideas. So like I said in the previous slide, this will be addressed by team 2, okay, in your classcraft team members. And next is communication. So how can we share information through ways that are efficient and relevant? So in other words, how can we share how can we share information through technology? If you have some ideas, share them. Share them with your group and then come up and then make a document. And then digital commerce isn't going to really apply to us, but that's your financial information, so like credit card information, debit card, stuff like that you post online, and like those digital footprints that we leave behind. So all that information is going to be online. They are going to be there. So you have to be careful when and where you give that information. Is basically digital commerce. Just being careful what information you share. Okay. Team 2, you don't have to worry about the last bullet. You just need to address the first 2 bullets. That's why I didn't put a question with digital commerce, because that's not going to apply to our class. Okay. Now, protect. Team 3 will address this one. Okay. So your rights and responsibilities. So what are your responsibilities in the digital world? So what do you need to do to be a digital citizen? Okay, so like posting inappropriate stuff. So you shouldn't post negative comments to your peers, or posting where you live. You don't want to post that online either, right? So just come up with some of your responsibilities to protect yourself and help protect your peers, okay? Same thing with security. How can you protect your information that you post online? So what are some security resources we could use in our classroom so that others can't see what you are posting online? And then what are some ways that you can create a balance? So like what I mean by balance is, in society right now, we are having an issue of people just living through their technology. There's very little human to human interaction. So how can we address this issue if we don't want just our entire lives to be through technology? What are some ways we can balance our real life and our digital life? Come up with some ideas, Team 3. Okay. So, as I said, your classcraft teams are going to come up with ideas for each of those guidelines. You're going to post these ideas onto Canvas, okay? So I'm going to have a discussion area where everyone can see what you post. I want you to post. Not everyone in your group, your team is going to have to post, because that's just going to be redundant, right? It's just going to be the same thing over and over. So what I want you to do is, one person from your team, just one person, is going to post your ideas. At the top, you're going to write what team you're from. So like, let's say one person from team 1 posts all their ideas. At the top of your document, I want you to write team 1. Okay? And then everyone in team 1 will get credit. There are no right or wrong answers. Just make them appropriate. So if something's inappropriate, you're not going to get credit. If it doesn't make sense for what you are answering, for the questions you're answering, you're not going to get credit. I want it to apply to those guidelines, okay? I want you to try and come up with your own rules, regulations, ideas, and we'll follow those throughout our online discussions. Okay, so this is going to be your decision. Okay, I want to give you guys some power. So I would advise you to work really hard on this and not just write just random things. Okay, these are rules that you are going to have to follow throughout our online class. Now, you're really just going to be graded on participation. So as long as your answers and ideas make sense to what for this class and for the questions that you are answering, you'll get credit. Everyone in your group will get credit. Now, if there are group members that are not helping or doing their fair share of the work, just let me know. Send me a I'm thinking I'm going to have an assignments tab where you can do this, but you don't have to. You can just send me an email, be like, hey, this person didn't do this, yada, 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 yada. Just let me know, okay, and I will address the issue. I want everyone to participate, though, so come up with your own ideas. I want everyone in the group to try and agree, but again, if you can't agree, let me know, and I'm more than happy to help, okay? So good luck. I'm excited to see these rules and guidelines that you guys come up with.